Okay, let's talk about open carry. I do open carry sometimes, and most of the time, probably concealed carry. But what they're saying about open carry is you should never do it because somebody could grab your gun, and I have a rebuttal for that. First of all, somebody that's skilled in open carry knows how to have good retention on their firearm and also keep their firearm close to their body and alongside their arm so that somebody can't just come up behind you and grab it. So if somebody tried to grab this pistol, for instance, this is a Safari Land with retention, what would happen is they would have to pull the pistol straight up first in order to pull it out. Pulling this way will not take the pistol out of the holster. I've tried it. I've even had friends try to pull it from me this way, and they couldn't get it out. And your arm is going to be right here, okay? And what they're doing is they're showing videos of dumb people that open carry that don't know what they're doing to use. They're using them for an example to show the rest of us that we shouldn't open carry because somebody's going to grab our firearm behind us and take it out of the holster. Well, there's millions of open carriers in this country that never have that problem at all. So there are rare times when somebody could grab your gun and stuff like that, but most of us that are trained in open carry and know how to open carry properly, it'd be more likely we get hit by a piece of the space shuttle. I don't even know if there's a new space shuttle program or what's going on, but the thing is that's extremely rare, okay? And the other thing is in the videos, they're showing guys that are open carrying very sloppy, where they just have the pistol hanging out of their pocket. Somebody comes up, so they say, see, you shouldn't open carry because somebody grabbed his pistol out of his back pocket. Once again, they don't represent me. They don't represent people that are responsible and know how to open carry properly. So showing videos of guys in the hood getting disarmed, standing at a checkout line, not paying attention, no good holsters, no good belts. They do not represent millions and millions of open carriers in this country that know how to do it properly. So I simply reject somebody saying that you should never open carry. I think you should. There's a lot of times when you should open carry. And one of the reasons why we do is to educate people and to show our rights to bear arms. If everybody was concealed carrying all the time, and nobody open carried, then it would be the norm of society to expect everybody to conceal carry. That's why it's nice when we have some guys that can actually open carry once in a while, so that we can show the right to bear arms. It's not the right to hide arms, okay, people? It's the right to bear arms. Okay, what does that mean? That means out in the open. I can have my gun out in the open. I don't have to hide it anywhere, okay? The right to bear arms, not the right to hide arms. Okay, so if your state allows it, don't worry about these gun grabs and stuff like that. There's millions of people that get gas in some of the worst areas and cities in the United States that have not had any gun grabs. And what they'll say is well, if you have a gun, everybody's going to jump on you all at one time and take your gun. Well, that's not really true if you know what you're doing and you're situationally aware and you don't go to places that you shouldn't be going. So what these people that talk about never open carrying, what they're doing is they're trying to make us look bad by picking the worst example open carriers, building a straw dummy and such like that, to try to make it look like here's an open carrier when they're just using a bunch of guys that are sloppy carrying with sweatpants on, no belt, no retention, pistol hanging out of their butt, okay, in their back pocket. They're paying for their gas, standing around with a bunch of guys and not paying attention. Yeah, somebody can grab your gun, yeah. And usually what they do is they usually grab it. They don't shoot you with it, but they steal it, and they walk out with it, and they go sell it. So that's the thing you have to understand. The statistics and the odds of you as a decent open carrier, not a stupid open carrier, but a decent open carrier, of you getting disarmed when you're exercising wisdom is extremely rare, okay? Now, if I'm going downtown Minneapolis or something, I know there's riots and stuff, would I carry like this? Probably not. I'd probably drape something over it. So when people try to make open carriers look dumb, I don't think that's very fair to do that, because you have to understand that us that open carry, we know the risks that come with it. We know the responsibilities. We know what could happen and stuff like that. And the other thing is Kens and Karens calling the police on us and stuff like that. Well, I'll tell you what, I really don't care about their feelings, because I have rights. Okay, I have rights to open carry. I'm a veteran, and a lot of guys had died for our freedom in this country. And one of them freedoms is the right to bear arms. If your state allows you to open carry, you can open carry. I don't have to worry about somebody's feelings. If they want to have feelings, let them have their feelings. But I'm not going to stop open carrying if I can. And I'll exercise wisdom in where I open carry. So there's a lot of videos online. There's a lot of notable gun channels that are saying this, guys that are very famous, you know, as far as YouTube gun channels. But they have to understand that I was raised and I was brought up in North Minneapolis, so I know what works and I know what doesn't work. And I know that when they show people being disarmed like that, that doesn't represent responsible citizens that know how to properly open carry. There's millions and millions of people, probably thousands here in the Twin Cities, that open carry every day in some of the worst neighborhoods, and they're out there and you can see the pistol, and you know, and hardly ever does anybody just walk up and grab the pistol. Why? Because a lot of these people understand now you have to have good retention, you have to have a good belt. So somebody can't just slip up behind you and steal your gun and run away with it and sell it. And the other thing is, it's highly unlikely that if you're standing at a gas station with a bunch of people and a bunch of thugs want to attack somebody, most likely they're not going to take a chance with you. If you're the scared type, I wouldn't open carry. If you're nervous and you're scared and you give off an easy prey vibe, they call it, I would not open carry. But the thing is that if they seen me and if they seen other vulnerable people, they're probably going to wait till I take off, and then they're going to attack the other people, which might even be concealed carrying. So this whole thing about, oh, if you open carry, they're going to attack you, they're going to jump on you and stuff like that, that is less likely that they're going to do it with a good retention holster and seeing that you know what you're doing. It's less likely that they're going to do that, and more likely that they're going to attack somebody that they don't even know that might even be concealed carrying. Because when they see the gun and they see somebody with a serious face and somebody that isn't nervous or afraid of them, then they're not going to try it on you, you know. And people say, well, what about multiple attackers? Or what about, 4 or 5 guys, they all want to come after you? Well, a lot of them guys, statistically, they don't want to be part of the statistic of the ones that get shot. So most of them guys are going to take off after the first shot's fired, okay? Like I said, if you're a chicken and you're nervous and you're a worrywart and you give off an easy prey vibe, I would not open carry. If you don't have street smarts and stuff like that, I was brought up in Minneapolis, the north part, where there's a lot of shootings and a lot of gang activity. So you got to have street smarts. You can't just go into the inner city open carrying and not have any wisdom, not knowing that you shouldn't be going in certain areas. You have to have a certain persona or a certain way that you act and a demeanor that shows these people that you're not afraid of them and that you're going to protect yourself. So, and granted, it can get a little nervous sometimes, but like I said before, not everybody that open carries all the time. Sometimes we'll have shirts draped over. In the summer, when it's really hot and I've got jeans and a t-shirt, I'm going to open carry. I don't care what anybody says, okay? But if I want to drape over a shirt or something, a button shirt, I might do that like in fall or winter or something like that. But statistically, people, let's think about this for a second. Anytime that somebody is against open carry, what do? They're going to take the worst video online that they can find, okay? And what is that? 1 out of millions of people that open carry every day. One out of millions of people. That it happened to somebody, sure. Sure, it might happen to somebody, but statistically, if you're a decent person and you know what you're doing and you don't cause any trouble with people, you're wise with your holster and your attention, you got a good strong belt, you have wisdom on places you should go, places you shouldn't go, stuff like that, you're fine. So a lot of these people that say never open carry, they're always going to try to use, videos of people that are carrying the worst way as an example to try to make the rest of us look like we're fools, like we're dumb for open carrying. But I simply reject that. So, but anyway, thank you for watching the video, you guys.